Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So today I'm unboxing April's Nail Lab in a box, and I was just trying to cover up my address there. But I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. So as soon as I open it, the first thing I see is this welcome card that they always provide in every box. Sometimes they're curated by a YouTuber, and sometimes it's just Makartt themselves. But the first thing here are these AB rhinestones, and AB rhinestones are pretty essential to me when doing nails. I do love bling, so I'm super happy to have those. Right after that, I'm seeing these beautiful teddy bear charms, and I've always wanted some of these just because I see so many hauls with them and they're so super cute. But the one that stood out to me the absolute most in this set was the rose gold one. Like, I'm a gold girl. I love gold, but I also love rose gold. It's like a very pretty pink gold, and I was thinking of switching all my jewelry out to rose gold because I just feel like it's so beautiful. So the next thing here is this wheel of like different charms and pearls and caveat beads. It is super cute. I love the white flowers, and then they have the white roses with a little iridescent shift, and then the clear roses with the iridescent shift. In the middle they have some gold cuticle cuffs, which I really like a lot. So it's a super cute one. Now I must say, with this box in particular, I was in awe. Like, I loved everything in the box. It was a perfect box, Makartt. But it came with these glitters, which there is a total of 12 glitters, and just an array of different shades. I have been wanting to try Makartt's gel liners for a while, so I was super excited to see that they did have some. This one is called Pink Carnation, and I was just trying to see here, like the tip of the brush, how thin it is to use, and it looks pretty good. I'm not going to use it in this video, but I'm definitely going to give them a shot because I've been wanting to try Makartt's gel liners. And then I do have this other one, Bling Bling, which is a gold gel liner. And hello, we all know I love gold, so it was absolutely perfect. But I have to try them because this one, the brush was a bit thicker, but I just have to try to see. Also included in this box are these foils, and I've already used some of them before doing this video. So I used that one in the right bottom corner and in the left bottom corner for videos that you'll see coming up this week. But yeah, I love those foils, and those were the two that really stood out. So I had to do a set with them immediately. It also comes with this nail foil glue, which is 15 milliliters. And this is like their older branding that they used to have. Like, I have like 2 of these and then 2 of the newer branding. So I'll probably set that aside for a giveaway in the future. I do plan on doing my next giveaway when I get to 500 subscribers. So if you know anyone that might be interested, go ahead and send them over so that they can subscribe and we can get us a giveaway going. So we have a little ways, but I'm just throwing that out there. So the first color here for the Polygel is Sea Sisters, and then the second one is Cake, which is like a nudish Polygel with a shift to it. And Cake I've had, I had it in a Sweet Cravings kit that they did a while back, but I absolutely love both of these shades. The shimmer in them is like absolutely amazing. So I highly recommend the box. I have the luxe box, which is $35, but they also have a regular box for $25. And I'm not sponsored by Makartt. I just really like their products, so I do recommend you subscribing to the Nail Lab. So I'm jumping right into the set, and I already did my prep off camera, so I'm just doing a peel off today. I applied Makartt's XXL French coffin tips, cut them down just a bit. And then I am going over them with a layer of base gel, and I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. Once they're cured, I'm now going in on my index with cake, and I'm going to go ahead and attempt a vertical ombre in this video. And I do think that the ombre came out really, really well. I just feel like the colors are very similar and both have the same little like iridescent or shimmery shift to it that you really couldn't tell. So in the future, I will definitely be doing another vertical ombre with polygel, but just with different colors where you can actually see the blend. But I'm taking cake onto the right side of this nail, and I just took a little bit, just squeezed a little bit out, and then just patted that onto the nail and smooth it out. And I'm just trying to cover half of this nail with cake. Once I get that half covered how I want, I do go ahead and cure this in the lamp for 30 seconds so that it stays in place. Then I'm going on the other side of the nail with Z Sister, which is that pink shade. And I'm going to go ahead and pat this onto that side of the nail. And then once I get to the middle, what I do is I take the edge of that bead of polygel. So I even it out first, like just making kind of like a color block. And then I take the very end of that bead going towards the center, you'll see. And I just lightly, just like you're doing an ombre, the traditional way, but I just go ahead and blend that into cake going the other, you'll see. But basically that's all I do to make the vertical ombre. And like I said, in person the ombre was absolutely gorgeous. It came out exactly how I expected it to, and I actually really do like vertical ombre, so I will definitely come back to this again in the future and definitely do another vertical ombre. So once I get that side of the nail set, I do go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. On my middle finger, I'm going in with some base gel again, but this time I'm going to leave it wet. And they had some rose gold glitters in that glitter mix that came. So I'm taking and I'm just pouring them right over the tip because I did want to attempt a glitter ombre. When I'm doing glitter ombres, I don't necessarily like how they come out. So this ombre in particular, I did not like how it came out. Basically with the glitters, I poured them on, cured for 30 seconds, dusted off any excess glitter, and I'm going in at the cuticle with cake. And I'm just going to go ahead and pat that up around the cuticle to make it kind of flushed. My lighting was a bit off in this video to me. And like how it was set up this time, I couldn't really see my nail too well, so I did the best I could. But with the ombre, I felt like I went down a little further than I wanted to, and I didn't blend it as good. Like certain areas were blended pretty okay, but it wasn't like an even ombre. So I really didn't like how this nail turned out. But this wasn't the unboxing video and set, so I just decided to keep it. Also to show that it's okay to make errors every now and then when doing your nails. No one is perfect, and it may not always come out perfect. But I feel like the trouble with me when I'm doing these type of ombres is when I go to encapsulate, I don't really have any product at the top besides the glitter. So there's nothing really to go off of there. And I felt like I always put a little bit too little like clear, whether it's acrylic or polygel. The clear I put to like kind of cap it is always super thin when it should be pretty even to the bottom portion of the nail. So just flying ahead here, but that's basically where I can say I went wrong with my middle finger. But here you see me just blending that ombre down, and I am going to go in with a second bead just to build up the opacity of this actual color. And then once I get the second bead set, I cure again for 30 seconds. Also, with any ombre, like my vertical ombre for instance, you do want to apply very thin layers because you have to encapsulate the design so that when you go to file, shape, and buff, you don't mess anything up. So that's really, really important when doing ombre. Just make sure that your layers are pretty thin. So on my ring finger, I'm going in with a full nail of Sea Sister, and I feel like this was my best nail thus far. I'm really good with overlay method with like a solid color, super good at that. And I will show you at the end that this nail was my best nail actually, and the thumb, because I did the thumb the same with the Sea Sisters in entirety. But I just squeezed the polygel onto the nail. I'm gonna take my brush and my beetle slip solution, and I'm going ahead and patting around the cuticle to try to make that nice and flushed. My technique is first just to spread the polygel all over the nail. So the goal is just to make sure the polygel reaches all over the nails, touching the side walls, free edge, everything. And then I do go back in with some more slip solution and just smooth everything out. And it always comes out really nice. That's the technique I've been using since the beginning of doing polygel, and it absolutely works to do that. So I stick with that. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And thank you so much for joining me today and watching my video. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, please hit that like button before leaving the video, and also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. If you're newly subscribed to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family, and thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It means so much to me. And to anyone that has been subscribed, I appreciate you, I love you, and I thank you for always showing up and showing out. So once I get the first bead set, I do go ahead and cure for 30 seconds. And now I'm going in with a second bead of that Sea Sisters polygel. And I'm just focusing that more up by like the apex area. So I place the bead down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pat that around the cuticle again, but just a thin amount. So I'm taking the back portion of that bead towards the cuticle. And then the middle portion of that bead, I do leave in the middle to make that apex, and I just kind of smooth everything else around it, and it just turns out to be an absolutely beautiful nail. Once I do get that bead, the second bead set how I want on the nail, I cure again for 30 seconds. And then for my pinky, I'm doing the same thing as far as a vertical ombre. So I didn't show the whole nail, I'm just showing me finishing that up, and then I'll cure again after finishing the last of this nail for 30 seconds. Then I felt like I wanted to use some more of that rose gold glitter, being that I only had it on the middle finger. So I'm taking base gel on my index and my pinky. I'm going to go ahead and just place some of that glitter right up the center of the nail. And I absolutely love the extra touch that it did give those nails. So I did this actually before encapsulating, because with ombre nails you definitely want to encapsulate so that when you go to file, shape, and buff, you do not file through the design that you created. And like I said, I do love these extra pieces that were placed in the nail. I thought it just gave it an extra special touch. So off camera, I did go ahead and squeeze out some Makartt clear polygel onto my index, middle, and pinky. The index and the pinky because they're an ombre. Well, all three because they're ombres. But I didn't show it on camera, but this is the part where I was speaking about my middle finger, where I went in to encapsulate, but I didn't have enough clear at the tip. I mean, I had more clear, but I wasn't like noticing while doing the set that I maybe needed more. Otherwise, I would have added more, but I did not notice at all. And you'll see how the thinness is there from not applying as much as I should have on the tip of that nail. But on the index and all the rest, basically all I'm doing is just going ahead and just spreading the polygel over the nail, dipping, making sure to keep dipping into my 91% alcohol because the brush was getting sticky, and also to put on some of that slip solution to help with the application. One thing I can say is I love Makartt's clear, but their clear is a very, very firm consistency, which I do like a firm polygel, so it's great, but it's a really firm consistency. I do all three of my nails first, obviously, because I have the polygel already there, and then I cure them for 30 seconds. I decided to just keep the one nail in of encapsulation, but this is how the nails are looking after I file, shape, and buff. And I noticed that my index was pretty crooked, but they look okay for the most part. So now what I'm doing is I'm going over my ring finger, and I put just a thin layer of clear polygel, and I'm going to go ahead and smooth that all over the nail, and then go over it with some top coat to start applying some gems. So this is a trick that I've seen where you can use polygel for your rhinestones if you have bigger rhinestones, and the only reason why I did it this way is because I was too lazy to go and find my rhinestone glue or my DIY gel, so I just went ahead and used the polygel I already had here. So after I get to top coating, I'm going to go ahead and place one of those rose gold teddy bears into the gel, and you know I had to use it. I'm sorry about this video. I've been a lot of out of frame, and it's just because I don't know. I wasn't like I said, like, to me the positioning of this camera and everything with this set was totally off, so I just wasn't aware that I was out of frame as much as I was. But I'm going ahead and placing two of those white flowers because I've never used those type of flowers in a decor before, so I wanted to switch it up from the roses. And then I don't know, I was just randomly thinking, so I did add pearls all the way down the nail on either side as well, just to complete this nail here. Tried to get everything as straight as possible, and then I did cure that for 30 seconds. So another reason why I feel like this set didn't come out as well as it should have, in my opinion, is because on this particular day, I ended up doing 2 more sets right after this one, just to kind of get my weekly videos out of the way. So in my mind, the only thing I'm thinking is I have 2 more sets. So I guess you could say I was rushing. I don't feel as if I was as much, but just looking back on a lot of mistakes I could have corrected, I was actually rushing in the video. So I don't think that's a good idea for me to do more than one set, because I do want to give quality sets. I mean, it's a cute set, but it could have been better in my opinion. So now I'm going in on my index with a layer of top coat, and I'm going to be adding some flowers and pearls to this one. And it's something about pearls, guys. Like, I absolutely love pearls. That's also my nickname for my dad's side of the family. They call me Pearl. So I don't know, it's just really elegant and it just makes me feel really good. So I'm a really down to earth, cool person, someone that can definitely light a room up and will make you laugh with just my normal speech. Anyone that knows me can tell you that. But I'm also really bougie as well, and I have certain things that I like, and I like finer things, and I feel like pearls are just so elegant and beautiful, and like, I don't know, but I'm really extra to the point where if I have on a shirt that has particular colors in it, my shoe definitely has to have that color in it. Otherwise, I just feel really funny. Like, I've always been like that since young, very, as they used to call me, matchy matchy. I have to have on certain jewelry, like just certain things. Like, I get up every day at 4 a.m. and I make sure to get myself completely ready, and I literally don't do anything, guys. The most I do is I get up, start work at 4 a.m. Well, I'll wake up at like 3:30, then I start work at like 4 a.m. And then I work from 4 to 7, and then I take my girls to school, come back and clock back in at 8. I work until 2, get off again and go pick my girls up from school. And that's pretty much my day. So I really don't do much, but I definitely get up and get dressed and like full on put my lashes, everything on, just to make myself feel good. And it does make my day go a lot better as well when I get dressed like that. So I'm gonna stop rambling and get back into the set. But here on the pinky, I am using smaller flowers. They were so super cute. I didn't even know they were in there. They were so freaking cute. I had to use them. So again, I'm using the flowers and pearls in alternation. And then when I get this finger set, I cure. On my middle finger, I decided to do a cuticle cuff with just pearls, and I absolutely love how it came out. So I get them set up and then I cure for 30 seconds. I also feel like one of the main reasons why I love pearls is because my grandmother, her name was Pearl, and she was just the rock of my dad's side of the family. And it does make me think of her as well when I see pearls. And it just, I don't know, they're just very elegant, and yeah, I love pearls. So the last step here is I'm applying some Makartt cuticle oil and moisturizing my cuticles. And here's the finished set. I absolutely love how they turn out. My application could have been a bit better, but overall I love the shift of the polygel with the pearls and the flowers. Comment down below and let me know what you think of this nail set. And if you've made it this far, also don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and I will see you in my next video. Again, thank you all so much and much love.